Good morning. Welcome to another adventure on Best Season Yet 2.0. It's hard to believe that we are in the middle of November already. Man, it's been an amazing season, and just wanted to thank everybody for watching thus far. We were super excited about this hunt. Myself and Logie-Bear are going to be trying to help my dad fill his very first ever rifle mule deer tag. It's kind of hard to imagine all the years of his hunting, he's never had a chance to fill a tag with his rifle chasing mule deer. Frankly, it hasn't really rifle hunted mule deer for, since I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. So we were in the wonderful state of Colorado, and we're going to be trying to find him a nice, mature, older age class deer. It is the 4th season in Colorado, so it's our favorite time of year to be here. So in the state of Colorado, you can get a lot of different tags. You can draw tags through the limited entry process. They have a bunch of seasons for mule deer and for elk. You can pick up several over-the-counter tags, particularly elk. So kind of last minute, but we found my dad a landowner tag. And so it was through some friends of ours that we knew that have a couple little pieces of property. They do have landowner tags that allow unit-wide, but this kind that he has is not one of those. So we're going to be sticking to a little bit of a different game plan and hunting on just private land only. Kind of using an OnX maps in the reverse way, making sure we stay within the confines of where we can hunt and try to see if we can find him a big old buck. But that's going to be the plan. Going to get our stuff gathered up, go hit the glassing point and see what we can turn up. She's chilly this morning. Gotta go get the puffy gloves. My fingers are frozen already. Seen quite a few deer. I haven't turned up one small buck so far. No mature buck yet, but like just getting settled into our first little glassing spot we're gonna look at. Heard a couple shots already, so somebody nearby was in there quick and early. It's gonna be fun though.
Not seeing anything down low at all.
Here's this guy. Doing some ruddy mule deer stuff. See that one right there too? There he is. Looks like a 3x4.
Better eyes than I got, son.
Terry, let's go kill him.
No.
Nice try, Lug.
Not yet, buddy. Should have brought the lawn chairs.
I know, huh?
Good try.
Look at these guys posturing. They're just like they've been just circling each other.
Yeah.
Tearing up sagebrush. They haven't.
Here they go.
Oh, there they go. We got a fight. Buck fight.
Ooh. Run him off.
That's rad.
You got him, Brian?
Yeah. It's been a pretty good morning so far. We've seen a lot of deer, seen some good rutting behaviors, one buck fight which was super cool, and the sun is now starting to warm up just a little bit, which feels good. But it's going to be kind of our program, is just lots and lots of glassing, and man, this time of year, over the years, it's just anything can happen. Literally every day something different or new could show up. There's a lot of does out here, which is good. So like a new buck could roll in at any point in time. Just kind of have to put the hours in, scan in the country until you find one that you like. It's not going to take much to get my dad excited, I don't think, but we're going to try to be picky and find him like a good, nice, mature, old, cool looking buck.
Well, Terry, what'd you think about the morning glass?
It was awesome. I don't think I've ever seen so many mule deer in my life. We probably saw over a dozen bucks and 80 to 100 does, so far so good. Just haven't seen the one.
Well, let's go find him.
Sounds good. Let's do her.
So one thing that I've enjoyed doing over the years, if opportunity presents it, is just to like get down on an animal, gun completely empty, and dry fire a few rounds. Just practicing like adjusting your parallax, making sure, you know, your scope is dialed accordingly, your bubble's level, you're comfortable. I think it just helps you prepare for the moment of truth when it's like time to try to shoot an animal. So I'm having my dad go through that exercise now on a little fork and horn that we have across the yardage, or across the canyon at like 360 yards. But he's shooting my favorite rifle. It's the Weatherby Mark V 6.5 300, and we are shooting 140 grain Swift A-frame bolts. I've killed a lot of stuff with it, deer and antelope in particular, and just, I don't know, I'm super confident in that gun. My dad's actually shot some stuff with it before too, down in Texas. He's confident in the gun, and I think that's a huge component in being successful. Anything, a rifle or a bow, just if you believe in your equipment, you're going to be more confident in yourself. So that's what we're going to shoot his deer with this week. The morning's been really awesome. We're driving up to another part of this property. It's kind of like a little bit higher country. Going to be more aspens, quakies, more cover, but typically an area that has also held some good deer. So it's been a couple years since I've been up into this part, so I wanted to go re-explore it. We're just going to cruise up this little 2-track and just keep spotting, keep classing. How'd it feel, Dad?
Felt great.
Good?
I'm used to shooting rock chucks at 300 to 600 yards, so mule deer is a pretty big target compared to a rock chuck. But yeah, I'm ready to go. Just got to find the right one.
We'll see if he gets rock chuck fever, though.
I don't get
we'll
buck
see.
fever till after the shot. After the shot, then this happens. But prior to, no, it's all good.
See.
We'll see.
He's never shot a deer with a rifle before.
Yeah,
well,
I have.
a mule deer with a rifle. So we'll just see about that. See what happens.
Unless it's, you know, Mr. Ginormous, then I might have a little bit of that. But we'll see.
No, I don't need it. Get right here. Curious if he's the one from this morning. Can't really beat a buck on the skyline, you know? I mean, I think he was the one from this morning.
He might be.
He's tearing the brush right now. He's showing off for the ladies. The day's been great. This morning was super active. Then we went back to the house, had some snacks, took a little nap, and we're back at it. Been glassing for a couple hours now. It's crazy, these late hunts. Your window of opportunity is so much shorter than if you were to compare it to the times in August, just with obviously the shorter days. So I think sunset tonight is at 4:50, so 30 minutes past that is legal shooting light. Pretty much by 5:30 your hunt's done. And you have a long time in the evening to hang out. So there's football on tonight, so we'll probably do that. It's been a ton of fun out here. I know my dad's having a good time. He said he's seen more mule deer today than he's seen in a long time, so that's always cool. But we're just trying to find that one, you know. Either, I think this goes for anything I hunt. I either want something that's big or old or ugly. I guess there's 3 criteria: big, old, or ugly.
And here I am.
I'm not talking about you, Pat.
And here I am. Big, old, and ugly.
You can just feel it in that muscle that it's like
a very good cut.
Dad, what do you think? Day one?
Awesome.
Expectations? Pretty good?
Pretty good. Saw more mule deer in one spot than I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of deer, but this place is covered up with them. So lots of little bucks. I was just waiting for that big guy.
I had a freaking great time. I think the only thing that might have made today a little better, this is me reaching, possibly a lazy boy recliner up on that glassing point. I feel like we might have seen over 100 deer this morning.
Pretty sure I got a picture of you reclined on the glassing point.
In my easy rocker. Yeah, we saw, I think what we have going for us is that there's a lot of pressure on all sides, kind of around where we're at on this glassing point. The smaller bucks are starting to act ruddy, bird dogging. The fight that you saw earlier, I think we're just kind of right before the rut's really going to kick off, and what we have going for us is there's a lot of groups of does and a lot of just deer in that area. When it does kick off, when the does do start getting hot, with all those access points to that area we're in, big buck could just show up any day. So that's my 2 cents.
What are we doing here, buddy?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian's Wyoming bull, his public land archery bull. If you guys haven't seen that video, some of the best elk footage I think we've ever captured. One of the best moments I've ever had in the elk woods. Right over the shoulder of Brian here. We've kind of switched roles tonight. But if you haven't seen that, click this card and go check it out. But these are back straps, thank you. These are back straps off that very same bull. And these are, you can just tell that this is quality meat. Look at that, see how the muscle just forms?
Gorgeous.
Squishy this way, squishy this way, squishy this way. Got these bad boys seasoned up. I think we're gonna try to do a sear and maybe a bake. And we're gonna be eating good tonight. We got the back strap seasoned, the cast iron hot. And what we're doing now is we're gonna sear each side till there's a crust. And we're gonna take this cast iron pan, throw it in the oven, which we have preheated to 395. I believe, is that considered a reverse seared steak? That's a baked steak. I don't know. We're making a crust with a hot cast iron, then we're gonna put them in the oven. Make sure those internal temps get up to around 135. We also got some mushrooms being sauteed right here. And a little bit of mashed potatoes here, coming quick. So we're gonna eat good tonight. And then I think we even have a salad. If we wanna do salad, we can do salad too. Oh, see, that's what you're looking for right there. That's that crust.
The big one's probably done.
Casey would do this if he was here. Everybody knows the rules.
Cameraman? Telling you guys the secret to cooking backstrap for any wild game. Leave them in big, thick pieces. These we cut into like baseball cuts.
Bigger the better.
If you take your back straps to a traditional butcher, most of the time they're gonna cut them in like 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch width steaks. And by the time you get heat on those things, you're almost always gonna overcook it and they're just not gonna be that great. So if you have the ability or the time, keep your back straps. Take care of them yourself and leave them in big giant chunks. And then if you cook it that way, you're gonna be able to get that crust on there and still keep in all the juices that you would. I mean, look at how beautiful that is. That's a medium rare, but it has a great crust on it. We love using the Camp Chef. One of the features that they actually sell on their website is the cast iron like skillets. Cook it in cast iron, you're gonna get an awesome sear on it. I'm telling you, it is so freaking delicious. Casey turned us onto this. The very first year we hunted with Born and Raised in Land of the Free, the Oregon series, he had brought a big chunk of backstrap from his old Utah velvet mule deer. And that was like a behemothly old deer. I mean, that thing was like, had no teeth. But keeping it thick like that, he cooked it for everybody and everybody was just like, oh my gosh, that's the most amazing deer backstrap we've ever had. So there's your hot little tip off. But Logie, you did well, my man.
I think we're smoking, buddy.